Welcome friends. In this tutorial I will show you how to create sign in MERN Stack. Friend, it is very easy to create MERN Stack to create sign in. So if you want to learn how to create sign in, please subscribe and like my channel. I am making different video tutorials in MERN Stack, and if you like my channel you learn a lot. I plan to make fully e-commerce website in MERN Stack, and it is make video by video. So if you want to learn, please subscribe my channel. Thank you. And in now let's start our today tutorial. First of all, we create inside backend folder, in model folder, create user model dot js. So file is created. Now inside file, import mongoose from mongoose. Friend, mongo is a package, and it is not by install in your project. You can install it by giving command npm install mongoose. In our case I already installed it, so you can verify if this package is installed in your project or not, and go to the package.json inside backend folder, and here you see this mongo package is installed. So next, go to user model again, and here we create const user equal to mongoose dot schema. So round brackets, and inside round curly brackets. In these curly brackets we define attributes. First attribute is name, so its type is string. Then required, so this attribute is also required, so colon true, mean it is required. Next we add next we add in the same way we add email. Its type is also string and it is also required. And one other attribute which is for email is unique, so we want to make email unique. Next is password, and it is also string type and required, but it is not required unique, so remove unique from here. Next is z1, remove password and here add z1. Its type is also string and required, but here we can add default values. Default value is false. So save it. Now const user equal to mongoose dot model, and here we add table name which is user, comma, here we add user schema, and then also use this user schema here. So basically this model is assigned to user, const user, and then at the end we can export default user. So that is end for user model file. But one more thing which I left is, here we will add timestamp true. This timestamp basically defines when we create table, any table, inside the table created at and updated at, columns are created. So these two columns are created at the as the result of this timestamp. So user model is created. Now save it, and our model is created. Now next task is to make user router. So inside router folder, use create user routes.js file, and inside this file import express from express. Express is also a package. It is also installed by giving command in your terminal npm install express, and you can also verify. Now after that, add const user router equal to express dot router. It is functions of round brackets are at the end of router. So now use user router dot post. Basically we are creating this API for post. So post, and inside post round brackets add single quote slash sign in. This is basically URL, and next we use express asynchronous handler. So this function is used express asynchronous. What is the purpose of express asynchronous? The purpose of this function is to catch error if error occur in JSON. So this express asynchronous is imported from express asynchronous handler. This library is also installed by writing command in your terminal npm install express asynchronous handler. So here first of all we use asynchronous arrow function, and inside parentheses required comma z response arrow and curly brackets. Here you can write const user is equal to await user dot find one, and in round brackets, and inside round brackets square brackets email colon required dot body dot email. So this basically finds a specific email from the record from the user table. So after finding, if this query is succeeded, the record is assigned to user const user, and this const user is used in if condition. If user is successfully found, then inside if condition another if condition is used, and inside this if condition we compare the password of both records. One record from user table and other come from user request. So for comparing purpose we use bycrypt, and bycrypt is also library. This library is also installed by using npm install bycrypt. So here we use bycrypt. Bycrypt dot compare synchronous, and inside this function we add required dot body dot password, which is this password comes from user request, and second and comma user dot password. This password comes from this password comes from user table. Now if both are same, so if condition is true, then we in response we send user id to underscore id, then name colon user dot name comma email colon user dot email comma password is admin colon user dot is admin. So here we add token. So for token we assign generate token, and inside this is function, so round brackets, and inside brackets user is assigned. So first of all we define this generate token. So for that purpose, inside backend folder create file with name utensils.js. So inside this file export constant generate token round brackets user is equal to curly brackets. So this is the correct format of here return first of all we import JWT from web JSON web token, and here JWT dot sign in function, and inside this function we assign three arguments. That is, first one is user, and we use user dot underscore id colon user dot user id, and here name colon user dot name comma password email colon user dot email. Password is not used here. Then is admin colon user dot is admin. So these column we required to save in generate token function. So next argument is process dot environment dot jwt underscore secret. So this secret is defined in environment folder. Here you see this secret is defined. So next thing is again move to utensil folder file, and inside the third argument in this sign-in function is expire in 30 days semicolon. So this function is defined here. Now our next task is go to user.js file, and here import this generate token file, and here you add .js extension, because in backend if you not use these extensions the program give error. So make sure .js extension is used at the end of these files. Next, we return after successfully response sending response, we required to return without any further doing anything. So next, if if is wronged, I mean user is not found from the record, then this statement is run, res.status dot send and message invalid email or password. So this statement runs only when user is not found from the record. Here user route is successfully defined. Now export this user route. Next, go to server.js file and insert this file here. First of all, define the app.use and insert this, define error comma request comma response comma next equal to response.send insert send, define message. This is the function which is used in response of express asynchronous handler, which is defined in user routes. So if error catch from this function, this error come here, you see. So this is defined here. Now next we add app.use express dot json function semicolon, and here app.use express dot url encoded extend true. These two line of code is used to convert from data into JSON format. So these two lines are necessary for converting in JSON. So after that we add route app.use and URL slash API slash users slash comma user router. This router is added by importing at in the top, that is user route from user routers. So after that insert ctrl, uncomment these lines. We comment these lines because when these user is not exist in user table is not exist in MongoDB, so these line of codes give error. Friends, if you want to learn how to seed or populate MongoDB tables through sample data, so these you can find my video tutorial in description how to populate data in seeder. So it is also helpful and interested for you. So next, let's start. Now we go to URL, which is localhost colon 5000 slash API slash user slash sign in. So it sign user slash sign in. First of all, we seed this table by giving API slash seeder slash user. So the seeder is not working correctly. So check what is the error. Here we see the error. The error is what is the error? Okay, I understand. A password is required. So I think go to the code, and here what is the error? All right, these are correct. These things are also correct. Oh, we do not define user data sample. So here, first of all, we define user data. Inside data.js file, here we define user. User is basically tables, and inside table we define record by using curly brackets. So name colon, here we define admin, comma, email colon, admin @gmail.com, comma, password colon, bycrypt. So bycrypt is used to make password in hash format. So for that purpose, bycrypt dot hash synchronous or inside round brackets define 1 2 3 4 5 6. So this is 1 2 3 4 5 6, but you can see that this is converted into hash format in database, in Mongo database. I see it, I shown it later. So next attribute is admin colon true. So this is record one. Here we can also record another, we can also add another record. So for that purpose, copy this record and paste it again. And here you change the name, which is this Ali, and you also change email Ali and save. After saving this, and here his admin is false. So after saving this, go to URL again and refresh this. So here you see, friends, table is populated successfully with the record which I define in data.js file. This is fetching from MongoDB database. So our next task is to make functional sign-in API. So make functional, we can write API slash users slash sign in. So it's again give error. So go to Postman, and here you write this URL and press. So the error is so all things are right. Add post and email and password are given in body. All things are right, but user underscore id is not defined. Error comes. So see what is the error. First of all, go to the code and see id is correct here. Then move to seed router, and here I think this is the error. So place dot here, then save it again and go to Postman again and press send. So here, as a result, we successfully fetched record from database. So friends, hope you can learn from this tutorial a lot. Please subscribe and like my video. And if you want to learn especially MERN Stack, please subscribe. And the content on this channel is free of course, and you will easily and learn from this. Thanks.